105.3 worldwide at WDASFM.com. Hit us up.
How do you keep it all together? You balance your work, you balance your family, mom, wife. How do you do it all together? Because I know there's a lot of demands on your time.
Who said I'm doing it all together? Patty, it is not easy unless you open your hands and you accept help. And that was very hard for me. Before I got the talk show, I was chief cook and bottle washer. I ran my house like a tight ship. My husband, very, very helpful, but the house was my domain, and I liked that. He wouldn't know the electrician if he tripped over him. Right now, we had a leak in the roof because of all the rain the other day. As I was sitting waiting for this interview right here, the roofer texted, he said, "Do you see any leaks?" I texted back, I said, "I'm in Philly. I'll be back later on this evening. I'll let you know." The help that I accept, though, is like my 7th book, Hold Me in Contempt, which just came out. It's still on the New York Times bestsellers list. I have a ghostwriter. I've had a ghostwriter for all of my books. The ghostwriter that I'm working with right now she's an English professor at a prestigious university, but she does not want her name on the book. She doesn't want me to give her credit. So all you see is Wendy Williams, Hold Me in Contempt. And you think I'm Superwoman because I'm writing books and doing a talk show. No, I'm the first one to be honest and tell you, ghostwriter there. And then as far as the talk show, I work with Kevin, and he's my manager. And he acts in my stead so that when I'm finished live out of New York at 10 a.m., you all in Philly see the show here live too. Generally speaking, I can be out of the studio by 12:30. And that's just me dilly-dallying. Maybe I'll take a meeting or two in my office, make a few phone calls, casually put on my leggings and my street wig, wash off the makeup. And I'm out of there by 12:30 and I'm back home. And I'm at the grocery store and things like that. I don't accept that kind of help when it comes to running my household, but I do let go and let God regarding the show once I leave, because I know that all of my producers and all of my people, and most of all, my husband is there to call me up and let me know, what do I think about this guest or that guest? What do I feel about this segment or that segment? And I'm on the phone with them while I'm at Home Depot picking up, the lattice, because the lattice fence blew down in the same roof leaking storm, and I don't know how to put up the lattice, but at least I can go take a look at what kind of lattice I want. Then I send the handyman over there to, take care of it. Then also, I'm an executive producer on the show, and I know ultimately speaking, even though I have a couple hundred people, working at the show, there's only one person who comes through doors, and that's me. And when those doors open up, I'm there alone. And I've got to make my own best decisions. So they can produce all day. Ultimately speaking, I have to do what feels right for me. I don't work with a bug in my ear, that thing where people are talking at you. I just have to use good common sense. And that comes with age and experience.
You got a milestone birthday coming up.
Yeah.
You look fabulous. Approaching 50, did it make you nervous?
No.
Embracing it with excitement?
I'm embracing it with excitement. I'm having a giant party, and you have to come.
Okay.
In New York. I have no idea what the surprise is. All I know is that they're planning something spectacular, and I don't know what it is. But I do know that I love to party. I like my drinks. I will kick off my shoes and dance in the banquettes. I want to party until 4 a.m. I love to hit the diner. When I hit the club, I like to hit it like I'm 22. And then I also have a couple of things, a party in Vegas as well, big pool party. But this party in New York, you definitely have to hit Turnpike North. Yes. Definitely, Patty.
I will. I will be there. I will come.
Yeah.
I will come. You are such an inspiration, loving the show, loving every aspect. But I love the joy that you present from us watching it.
Yesterday, I cried. I cried. Like, if you go to YouTube and you look at yesterday's, when here's Wendy, and I don't even have my period. Not that I don't get it. Yeah. I just don't have it. Yeah. Now, we get all hormonal. I just get emotional and full because I realize, life takes twists and turns, and mine could have gone any which way. And so when the doors open up, and I'm the only one who gets to see it from my vantage point, and I'm looking at the audience, and I see men and women in bright colors and beautiful hair and the jewelry and the high heels. It's, all due respect to the other talk shows, people don't turn it on other talk shows like they turn it for mine. And I appreciate that. And they're just exuberant with cheers. And I said, they're all here for our show. And I walk out, and there's a particular area on the floor. It's a red star. I stand on the star so that you can see the big media wall behind me as I say, coming up on today's show, this, and I tease my hot topics. I say, now it's time for hot topics. And I scurry over to my chair, and I see the crew out of the corners of my eyes moving chairs and just making things happen, and people reacting to my jokes in the audience. I'm like, this is a dream. Like, if you want polished journalism, watch the Today Show. If you want just a girl chilling, talking with you, a little messy,
But it's a good messy.
Messy's good. Jerry Springer was on the show yesterday. He called his own show stupid. And I said, you know what? Stupid is good. It's funny. I say that about our show. I mean that in the best way. Messy and stupid. We have girls missing in Nigeria. We have homelessness and starvation right outside this studio. The world is a mess. And my show is the kind of show that I would want to watch if I wasn't doing it. Just give me a few jokey jokes and let me then go back to my messy life.
Well, there's so much going on in the world. Hot topics. It's a great show. New season kicks off September 15th. When will this season? Will you go good into the summer?
Well, normally we take hiatus in May, and then I'd have 3 months off. But last year we tried something new. I played Matron Mama Morton on Broadway, and I had a 7-week run. And I didn't want to be on hiatus the whole time. I wanted to be able to come back to the show and talk about my experience last night on Broadway or what happened, and encourage people. Well, go to Chicago, go see. Come on, I'll entertain you. I'm not much of a singer, but I'll do my best. And it was grueling, but I really liked it because remember, I forgot what hot topics were going on last summer, but it was worthy of me staying. I was glad that I stayed. So when we came back for season 5, which was this past September, I said immediately, to my people, I said, I want to do that schedule again because I really enjoyed it. I only need a month off in totality from the show because I start to miss it, So we're doing live shows through till like about the third week in July. Yeah.
Well, we love the show. You got big fans here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Such an inspiration. So happy for you.
Thank you, Patty.
And thank you for showing that joy. And I thank you for just showing me the love when we came there to the taping. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Patty.
A lot of fun.
Every day there's so many people in the audience from Philadelphia. It just makes me so happy. People do come from far and wide, but the tickets are free, which people don't realize. And all you have to do is go to wendyshow.com. And the schedule for our tapings is right there on the website. So, there's no smoke and mirrors. Everything is laid out for you.
Well, my crew is going to be coming up to New York, to see you, to experience it, because I had such a wonderful time. But love you and continued success.
Thank you, Patty. And how you doing?